We're here live on the ITC 2024 show floor, and I'm joined here by Mike Linden from MyRadar. Mike, thanks for being with us, man.
Oh, of course. Great to be here.
So listen, at the end of the day, when you're sitting and listening to all the keynotes, climate risk is definitely top of everyone's mind. Here in the property insurance business, that's on the top of everyone's mind as well. Talk to us a little bit about your product and how your product helps carriers think about climate change and mitigating risk as it relates to property.
Sure. So MyRadar, one of the most popular weather apps in the world, having been downloaded over 50 million times. And as you touched on, when it comes to global weather and, of course, how it ties into climate, all you have to do is look back at the past several weeks in Florida where we're based. You had Hurricane Helene making landfall as a Category 4 hurricane. Then, of course, immediately following that, for the most part, it certainly feels like immediately, was Hurricane Milton, which at one point was a Category 5 hurricane in the Gulf of Mexico with 180 mile per hour winds.
Right.
Less than 2 weeks after that, making landfall again almost 2 weeks to the date. So with our product, being able to monitor said weather conditions and keep an eye on things globally is paramount when it comes to everyday life and, of course, how it impacts the insurance industry, because all of those claims tie right back into weather, and that's what we do. Keep people informed, less exposed to risk, and ideally for the insurance industry, less claims that they have to deal with.
So what I think I'm hearing in here is this notion, Michael, of where I could probably use your product to do things like either cat response or proactive warning to my policyholders. Hey, get your car inside. There's a hailstorm pending. That type of thing. Do I have that right?
Yeah. So of course, the app incredibly popular, and over the past year, we have answered the desires of folks across all industries to make every part of the app available via an API. So you can apply it to whatever industry that you're in, but of course, when it comes to the insurance industry, being able to deliver timely alerts to policyholders on the ground prior to the bad weather showing up, of course, gives them an actionable thing to do.
Sure.
In the sense where, hey, we'll let you know that there's hail coming. Maybe it's time to bring that car inside. Of course, you can't do that with your roof, but at least you can be more aware of what's coming before Mother Nature shows up.
Got it. So what sets your product apart from any of the other kind of weather apps that I might download or that another carrier might consume?
Sure. So we are loved by any and all industries. I know you mentioned that you're a pilot.
Yep.
Of course, boaters, pilots, and even if you're just going for a run or walking the dogs. I mean, we touch all of those aspects of life. But what sets our product apart, again, are those timely alerts where we have designed a proprietary notification to let users know down to the minute whether or not it's going to start raining and at what intensity. Of course, that applies to hail, wildfire risk, tropical cyclone development. Weather and alerting is all about time. And if you can get that extra second of lead time, well, then it helps people make a decision that could really help them not be in harm's way. Of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the fact that we have a full-time team of digital meteorologists that provide supplementary live streaming coverage to all of these severe and significant weather events. So Milton was fun. We were on the air for about 12 and a half hours, but this is the business that we're in.
Love it. Thank you. As a St. Petersburg resident, I thank you so much for everything that you do. We escaped everything with no damage, but there's definitely a lot of damage to report. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Linden, another InsurTech innovator. Thanks for being with us, Mike.
Of course.